Good morning, universe. My name is Mitch. This is my daughter, Katrina. We're Mitch Barnett, Katrina Barnett. Today I'm going to talk about a story. We're going to go back to 1977. I'm a textile broker in New York. And I'm working at the Spring Mills building. I don't have an office. I'm using the office of all the companies I'm representing. And this particular day, it was 1977, Jimmy Carter was in town. He was going to make a speech in the Garment Center. And I work out of the Spring Mills building where I keep my samples. So I wanted to go over to the Spring Mills building to get my samples. And I see some FBI, CIA guys waiting outside, and I wanted to go in to get my sample bag. And I wanted to go in, and the FBI guy, he wouldn't let me in the store. I said, I work at the store here. I work at a Louis sweet shop. Please let me get my sample bag. It's very important. Can I get my sample bag? No, you can't go in. The president is here. Jimmy Carter is here, and he won't. The president, because he's running for president. Jimmy Carter is there, and they wouldn't let me into Louis sweet shop. They didn't want to let me in, but actually, there was an Indian guy that bought Louis sweet shop, and he said to the FBI guy, "No, this guy is okay. Mitch is okay. You can let him in. He's okay. He works out of here." So they let me come in, and sure enough, Jimmy Carter was there. I said hello to Jimmy Carter. He was running for president at that particular time. He wasn't president yet. It was 1977. So I said, I wish you the best of luck. Whatever happens, I work at a sweet shop here. So I was talking to Jimmy Carter, and Jimmy Carter wanted to buy pistachio nuts for Amy Carter. So he bought the pistachio nuts for Amy Carter, and then the Indian fellow who owned the sweet shop, Jimmy Carter said, "How much is it?" And the Indian particular fellow who owned the sweet shop said, "You don't have to pay for it. Don't worry about it." So Jimmy Carter says, No, I have to pay for it. So of course he was running for president, and he was going to give a speech. So I wanted to see the speech. And what happened was, Jimmy Carter said, "We got to get Ronald Reagan back to Hollywood. We don't need him here. Let him go back to Hollywood." I remember the speech like it was yesterday. Let Ronald Reagan go back to Hollywood. He's a actor. And now I remember that's what he said. And I was going to go see this particular buyer. I was going to get a good order in 1407 Broadway. So I kept going back to see this buyer. And he wouldn't see me. He was busy. He wouldn't see me. He says, the buyer said, from buyer of California, "Next time I'm in New York, I'll see you and we'll do business." I said, "Come on, can't we do business now?" Of course, I knew he was going to give me a tremendous order on yarn-dyed fabrics, yarn-dyed plaids, which was like the gingham checks. I was representing every company on gingham checks. It was so hot, this fabric. It was unbelievable. And he said, "Next time, Mitch, I come to New York, we're going to do business." And I wanted to get the order. I needed this order because I was a straight commission guy. So he says, "I'll see you next trip." So he come down the elevator with me. I'll come down to the elevator, and he hails a cab. He gets in the cab, this particular manufacturer, and I jumped in the cab with him. He said, "Are you out of your mind?" I said, "Look, I got the all the things you want. Like the gingham checks, just tell me the colors." I wrote down the colors and how many yards he wanted, and he was on the way to the airport. And when we got to 34th Street, right on the Macy's side, he said, "You're a sick guy." Of course, I got the order. It was closing is everything. You got to ask for the order. People don't ask for the order. As a salesman, you have to be aggressive. And this way, I wanted the order, and I jumped in the cab, and I got the order. By the time I got to 34th Street, I had a tremendous order, millions of dollars. I had just on the gingham checks I was doing. And so he was on the way to the airport, and I said, have a good trip. Have a good trip. And I went over to Macy's, and I celebrated by buying David's cookies. These were the best cookies you could get. David's cookies and Macy's. You couldn't get cookies better than David's cookies. It was like homemade cookies. It was like candy. And I got there and I celebrated with David's cookies. That's my story, a cab ride.